Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the We Call Bank podcast. I don't know what episode this is at this point.
I think 14.
Have skipped episodes, skipped weeks, and hopefully we're going to be more consistent from here on out because in February, I'm trying to upload every single day of February on the channel. So I need this podcast to be consistent so that when we get to February, I got something to fill in Saturdays. So starting it off, topics, we got NFL playoff predictions. We're going to talk about our favorite team. So obviously he likes the Cardinals, I like the Falcons. So we're going to kind of break down what we think going into the future. Coaching rumors around the NFL. You know, we got Belichick getting fired. We don't know if Mike Tomlin's going to stay. Might depend on if he wins a playoff game or not. Pete Carroll obviously let go. So there's a lot of coaching rumors. And then after that, we'll move on to the NBA. We got Draymond Green returning to the Warriors, contemplated retiring. And then we got two early finals predictions. So starting it off, I'll let Dallas go first. What are your NFL playoff predictions? If you want to look at the matchups or however you want to do that.
Let me look at the
He's not
playoff
prepared.
picture.
It's okay.
I am prepared. I prepared to look at the playoff picture.
I sent him the topics early, man. I sent it to him, I think, Monday night.
Yeah.
All right. And, I'm like, okay, I'll actually do some note cards. I sent it to him early. He can't say nothing about me not, being ready. So
I'm gonna make this quick. Texans, Browns, Texans, Ravens, nobody, Ravens. Dolphins, Chiefs.
that's the bye. Why would you even say that?
Dolphins, Chiefs. Hot take, Dolphins. I know everybody's like, oh my God, it's the Chiefs, bro. I don't care. Bills, Steelers, Bills. Eagles, Buccaneers. Hot take, Bucks, because Eagles have been slumping lately. Rams, Lions. That's hard. I ain't gonna cap. I'll go Rams, just because it is my boys' game back. Cowboys, Green Bay, Cowboys. Oh, that's just as hard. Ravens. I'm gonna take Ravens. And then what? Then that would be
Texans,
the
Bills.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Texans. See,
I'm pretty sure it go lowest seed, so it should be Ravens, Miami, and then Bills, Texans. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take Texans just because Stroud is him. Then that would be Stroud versus Lamar. I'm gonna go Lamar. So Ravens make it all the way to the Super Bowl. 49ers would play. So they play Rams. I'm gonna take obviously San Fran, and then Buccaneers would play the Cowboys. I'm gonna take Cowboys. Cowboys versus San Fran. I'm gonna take Cowboys. So it's gonna be a Cowboys-Baltimore matchup, and then I'm gonna take. How about them Cowboys? I'm gonna take them Cowboys because I really want to see them win.
All right, so we had some similarities, had some differences. So we're going to start with the AFC. We got, obviously, Houston and Cleveland. I just don't think Flacco is going to be it in the playoffs. Obviously, he has his ring, so, what does he have left to prove? I'm going to go with Houston. I think C.J. Stroud is going to play good, and Denzel Ward, I think, won't be playing. So I just think there's room for, C.J. Stroud to open up the offense. But I don't know if Nico is playing or not. And obviously they lost Tank Dell earlier in the season. So we'll see how they bounce back. Then we got Miami and Kansas City. I picked Miami to go all the way multiple times, so I'm going to have to stick with Miami, even though I think Kansas City in the playoffs is going to be a whole different team than what you see in the regular season. And then we got Pittsburgh and Buffalo. I'm not betting against Josh Allen. I'm just not. So I'm going to take the Bills. And then that's going to move us on Baltimore versus Miami. That's tough. Super tough. If Miami's fully healthy, I think they can compete with, going against the Ravens defense. So I'm going to go with Miami, and I'm not 100% sold on the Ravens offense. I feel like they're not really like S tier in the passing game, and they're not really S tier in the running game, I would say. So I feel like the run game has to be good enough to help the pass game. So, if you're missing one, I feel like it's going to be a rough game for them. But they are the number one seed, so obviously they've been doing something right. But I just don't know how, what they're going to do in the playoffs. But it is Miami. We're not out here saying Miami's crazy good on defense, but they're pretty good. And then Houston and Buffalo, I got Buffalo winning. And then it's going to be Bills versus Dolphins in the AFC Championship. That could be a really high-scoring game. We haven't seen Diggs in 4 weeks, so maybe he wants to make an appearance today. Not that it's his fault. I still think he's the best receiver in the league. That's just my opinion. People want to say Tyreek. People want to say Justin Jefferson, and those are valid arguments. Like I'm not going to say you're wrong if you say those guys, but I still feel like Diggs is up there. The yards haven't shown in the last couple weeks, but that's just my opinion. I'm still going to rock with Diggs. So Miami, I'm going with Miami to win that game. So they're going to the Super Bowl. And then in the NFC, I got the Bucks upsetting the Eagles. I just feel like the Eagles have kind of went downhill in the last couple of games. I don't know how many games they've lost in a row. I don't know if they broke the loss streak. Not our sponsor, but continuing on, I just think the Eagles have went downhill in the last couple of weeks. Jalen hurt his finger, and it's on his thrown hand. I think it's his middle finger. So you're not going to have as much power pushing off. The accuracy's not going to be all the way there. So I don't know what to expect from that. A.J. Brown was banged up a little bit. I don't know what to expect from him. And I think Devontae Smith, we've seen it in the playoffs. He tends to show up big in the playoffs. So I feel like it's going to be more of a Devontae Smith game than an A.J. Brown game anyway. But we'll see how that goes. Rams-Lions. Man, I don't know. I just think Amon-Ra St. Brown and the dual running backs, Gibbs and what's the other guy? Who's
Montgomery?
Yeah, Montgomery. I think they're going to be really good against the Rams anyway. But the Rams have started to step it up. The offense is getting back. So I feel like that could be a really close game, but I got the Lions pulling it out. I think their defense is better. So I'm going to go with the Lions. And then Packers-Cowboys. So I'm going double upsets. I got the Packers beating the Cowboys. I think the Packers are going to have all their weapons back. Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs. There's some other receiver that's playing really well. I can't remember his name, but Jordan Love has started to look better. The defense, I feel like, is starting to play better. So I feel like they got all the pieces on paper. Dallas, obviously, I feel like has a better team. But in general, I just feel like the Cowboys have kind of went on that downhill slope too, just like the Eagles. So I'm taking double upsets: Bucks beating the Eagles, Packers beating the Cowboys. That's going to send us to Lions Bucks. And obviously I said the Bucks beat the Eagles, but now I'm going to say the Lions beat the Bucks. But if the Lions and the Eagles are playing, I don't really know who I would pick there. But I'm going to go with the Lions beating the Bucks. I feel like the matchup is just better for the Lions, and I like the Lions' defense. I think Aiden Hutchinson is playing, really good. So I'm going to go with the Lions, and then Packers and the 49ers. I picked the 49ers to go all the way. I can't really pick anyone on the NFC side to beat San Francisco, respectfully, so I'm going to have to go with San Francisco, and it's going to be the Lions versus the Niners. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't see anybody on this side that I feel like can compete with the 49ers. So I'm going to have to go with the 49ers. That's going to send it to Niners and the Dolphins like I predicted or projected multiple times. So I feel like the Dolphins have the offense to compete with the 49ers defense. I feel like the 49ers have the offense to compete. I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring Super Bowl if they both make it. Granted, all the Dolphins players have to be healthy. So I guess I'm going with the Niners to win it all.
I mean, I think it's kind of crazy you said that nobody can compete with the Niners.
I don't think anybody can compete with the Niners.
Do you know there's a man in that
in the
conference
playoffs?
There is a man.
In the playoffs?
Yeah.
He's in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Who?
His name is C.J. Stroud.
Okay, buddy.
He's the best
in
rookie.
the video. Cut the video.
He's the best rookie to ever
I
step
recall
foot in that
the
NFL.
game before he was out for 2 weeks. He played really bad.
Hey,
Really bad.
hey, no, not everybody can be Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
We'll see
okay,
if he's
like
Michael
Obama
Jordan.
said.
We'll see if he's Michael Jordan.
Wait, was that Obama that said that? Yeah, on Lil Wayne's song, he said, well, it was really a press conference. He said, not everybody can aspire to be like LeBron or Lil Wayne. And honestly, C.J. Stroud is about there. He's about ghost status as a rookie. And
Listen,
what?
I'm going to go back to the Jalen Hurts point I made multiple times in other podcasts. We got to see him do it again. We see it next year. Then we'll have something to talk about. But I don't know. I just don't think he's on that level yet. He played really good early in the season.
He's so
MVP
good.
level.
I bought a C.J. Stroud shirt, bro.
Jersey shirt.
Yeah, jersey
But
shirt. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's a dog.
I feel like Well, we can't say much because Nico's in and out.
Mm.
Tank Dell got tore his not ACL. It was something else in his leg, but I mean he's lost his weapons. They switched running backs, right? They were using.
Oh yeah,
I
they
can't
were
remember who they were
using
using, but they
Damon
changed running
Pierce,
backs. Yeah, they
and
were using
then
Pierce.
Now they're using Singletary.
Yeah, who was on the Bills, I think. So I don't know. I mean, they're missing pieces now, so obviously the offense isn't going to be as good as it was chemistry wise. But
He's so good.
I mean, I tell you what, if they pull out the red jerseys with the red helmets, I might have to pick them. You know what I'm saying?
I was finna say.
You know what I'm
I got a
saying?
question. If the Falcons was in pursuit of, CJ, is that something you would like?
I would want CJ because he proved that he is
'Cause
at least an average quarterback.
He's one of the greatest rookies that I've ever seen in my life.
He's proved that he's at least an average quarterback. Like I can put him on that like Jared Goff Rams level. Jared Goff now I think is elite to me personally. I feel like he's in that top 10. But
He's top 10 quarterbacks right now for sure. CJ is. There's no doubt about that.
I don't know about that. But oh yeah, he might be top 10, but he's not like
This
high.
season.
But
this season.
yeah, I feel like he's in that like what people thought of like Rams Jared Goff, where he's like you'd take him as a starter on your team, but he's not somebody like you're ecstatic about yet. But like I said, he's only done it for 1 year, so if he does it again next year, then he's going to be in that untradeable group of quarterbacks. So, I mean, yeah, I would like to have him because, like I said, he's proved he's competent in running the offense and he can throw the deep ball. So
He's
I'm not mad about it, but
Would you want him or Anthony Richardson? I mean, to me,
I really like Anthony Richardson too.
Yeah, he was good.
When all the quarterbacks came out in the draft, which we can't really say Bryce Young is bad. I can anyway. People want to say what they want about him. The line's not all the way there. They don't really have weapons. They traded DJ Moore so that they could trade up and get Bryce Young. Like, what does he really got to work with? He's got to work with Adam Thielen, who's, let's be honest, he's a slot receiver. He's not getting any younger. He's not fast. They got DJ Chark. Like, okay, you got speed, but he's got the same problem Marquise has. Who knows if he's going to catch the ball or not? So, I don't know. I just don't think you can say Bryce Young is bad considering he's on the worst team in the league.
You got to think of what the Texans – didn't the Texans literally only have like 3 wins last year? And now –
Yes, but they had talent.
What kind of talent? Like, what are they really doing?
They've had a line.
Okay.
Davis
they had a
Mills
line. Yeah.
played good in a couple games, but he was just turnover prone. So they finally get a quarterback that can play good and cuts down on the turnovers, and now they're winning games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you would have asked me last year, I probably would have said the Texans were the worst team.
Yeah.
And
now he made them into the playoffs.
mean, we see what happens when you actually get a competent quarterback, just like us. We're 7-10. You give us a good quarterback. We've lost 3 games by field goals or one score games, and we could be a 10-7 team, and then people are talking differently. So I think, I don't know. We'll see how he does in the future. But Anthony Richardson, I think, is good. But if you're a fantasy manager and you're thinking about drafting Michael Pittman Jr. next year, I don't know about it because when Anthony Richardson gets in there, he's only got one thing on his mind, and he's usually running the ball. So
he's a dog. He is a dog.
We've seen it when Pittman's there. When Anthony Richardson is there, Pittman's numbers go down a little bit. So if he can develop as a passer, then he can be like that early Cam Newton, like big body and can move and can run. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move
on.
All right, talk about your Cardinals. What do you think about the season? Obviously, Kyler was hurt for half of it, more than half of it, so you don't really get a good test of like how good the team is in general. But what are you thinking?
Okay, number one, I hate rumors. Okay, I'm tired of hearing them and I'm tired of seeing them. Okay, I'm tired of seeing the Caleb Williams rumors. Okay, I'm tired of seeing that even before the season started. I'm tired of seeing the NCAA rumors. All right. I'm tired of seeing any rumors, and you know
Can we really blame the Caleb Williams rumors of him going to the Cardinals when y'all had a good team, and it really didn't work out that year?
Yeah.
So I was expecting the Cardinals to maybe look to trade him, and I'm pretty sure they talked to us that year that we were looking at quarterbacks. So,
well, here's how I look at it. All right. They didn't have too bad of a season the year before last, okay? They didn't.
Yeah.
And they had a really good team last year. But at the same time, Kyler got injured last year. All right, and when you're putting in Colt McCoy, that old guy,
Shout out Colt McCoy.
which he's good for a backup quarterback, a veteran. He knows what he's doing, but then he got a concussion. So then we're bringing in what's his name, the other one. What's I don't think either we picked up Clayton Tune. I think it might be.
Yeah.
And so, he didn't do too good for us. I ain't gonna cap. But so then this year comes, and the reason I said rumors is because everybody was like, oh, from the Cardinals, oh, Kyler Murray's coming back soon. He's coming back way ahead of schedule. Bro, he didn't come back till like week 8 to 10, something like that. He didn't come back until late in the season. So at that point, we're already devastated. Joshua Dobbs was going crazy, and then all of a sudden, they say, hey, guess what? We got Joshua Dobbs. He's doing really good for us. He actually got us the win over the Cowboys. He got us the win over the Cowboys. He still played great. Obviously, we lost a lot of assets during before the season. So, when you could go J.J. Watt, you could go what's his name, A.J. Green. You could go we lost.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, y'all had a good team that
Yeah.
year. Really good team that year.
And so we lost a couple more people, but that's tough, you know what I'm saying? And this year, we had 4 wins, but think about the 4 wins we had. Okay. The Steelers, which was a good team. It was a pretty good team this season. We had a win over the Cowboys, which might have been a fluke. I'm not going to cap, but, hey, it's whatever. We had a win over the Eagles, but, hey, you can
We
say
don't
what
even
you
know. Like, I think if the Eagles and the Cowboys lose in the first round to theoretically worse teams, then we gotta rethink it, because the whole thing with the Cowboys through the start of the year was like they haven't played anybody with a winning record. So, but I mean, I think the Eagles are still a good team. Cardinals beat them, so.
And we beat the Falcons, which I ain't gonna cap. That game was crazy. Because Kyler.
That was his first game back, wasn't it?
I think it was the second.
Yeah,
it might
maybe
have been
second.
the first or second, but it was definitely one of them. But he had a crazy final drive that game, but it don't matter regardless. So I believe Kyler's the man. Obviously, Jonathan believes Kyler's the man because he's keeping him for another season at minimum. He definitely said Kyler's our guy. Obviously, I think we're looking at receivers for our draft. We have 4 wins, so obviously we're high in the draft. I think we have 2 picks this year, so in the first round, so that's good for us too. I know a lot of people are saying upgrade the line and upgrade a receiver. Some people were looking. Obviously, we ain't got to look at tight ends. We got Trey McBride.
I think y'all took y'all's tackles are fine. Y'all just drafted Paris Johnson.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the guy on the other side, but I think he's an older tackle, but he's good enough to where you can keep him for a year or 2.
Yeah, we
got
a good
I don't think
line.
the line's that bad.
Yeah, we got a good line. It's just some people are looking at, hey, we need to upgrade our line. To me personally, you ask me what we need. Hey,
Y'all
just
need
take a
a
look
number
at
1 receiver,
Mhm.
and if Marvin Harrison's there, I don't see anybody else to take.
Oh yeah,
really.
Marvin Harrison. Yeah, that's probably who we're gonna pick up. But the thing is for the second pick in the first round, we need to pick up. Hey, take a look
An
at the
edge rusher
defense.
maybe.
Yeah, take a look at the defense and pick anything you want. Take a look at it. Pick.
Is Buddha still going to be there? I mean,
He apparently, it was supposed to be confirmed that he requested a trade last year whenever everybody was leaving and everything.
Yep.
I don't know if he actually did, but I think we could have a good team if we get, Marquise could be wide receiver 2, Marvin Harrison wide receiver 1. I don't know how well that's going to work with him being a rookie going into the NFL, but hey, who cares? All right, I believe
I
in
think
him.
that's what y'all need. Yeah, y'all definitely need a 1 because Marquise he's just speed. He don't really got the route running yet to go with it. So, and Marvin Harrison obviously is a route runner. So
I don't like the disrespect James Conner gets. All right, this man.
I don't know if he gives disrespect. I just don't think he gets talked about.
That's the disrespect. he is a
silence
good
is
running back.
disrespect.
Hey, let me tell y'all though. All right, I learned real quick. Okay, now I know it's Madden, but Leonard Fournette, boy, hey, maybe that's who we need to go after. Okay,
He's on the Bills right now. Playing on the Bills. Playoff Lenny.
I could
in
not
Buffalo.
care. They would give him for pennies, bro. You think bro.
Leonard Fournette's on that Gronk energy right now. I'll come in when y'all are about to make the playoffs, and I'll help y'all. That's all he's doing right now. I don't
Well,
see him playing a whole season.
if they use them like I use them on Madden, bro, they'll be pretty good, bro. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I'm on
But
all Madden, my players don't be trucking. They don't be stiff arming. Nothing.
But
No.
you could go ahead and talk about your Falcons. I feel like we could have a winning season if we just get a wide receiver. We obviously have Zach Ertz, Trey McBride as tight end, so we're good there. Marquise has a
Y'all
wide
got
receiver
Zach Ertz
too.
no more.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Y'all released him.
When that happened?
This is a Cardinals fan we're talking to. Zach Ertz is not on the Cardinals anymore.
When that happened?
You didn't see me picking him up in fantasy because I'm like, man, what team is this man gonna go to?
No, I never.
Zach
heard
Ertz is no longer on the Cardinals. He was rumored to go to the Ravens or Eagles or they're like multiple teams, and he hasn't signed anywhere yet. So I don't think he's gonna play anywhere this season. But
I thought he got injured. No cap.
I think he was injured for a part of the season, and then he ended up parting ways. I don't think it was. I think it was mutual.
Yeah, he
But-
was injured for a part of the season because that's when Trey McBride came back in and started doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got a young core team. We just need to upgrade our defense a little bit and get a better receiver as our wide receiver one. And honestly, we can make the chip just like C.J. Stroud does. Hopefully.
All right, I'm gonna be a little more realistic with my prediction. Make the chip. Okay. I think we're obviously playing in one of the worst divisions in the NFL. So the sky is the limit next year. We finished 7-10. Saints 9-8 don't make the playoffs. Bucks 9-8 make the playoffs because they won the division, obviously. And then Panthers 2-15. Us losing to the Panthers in a absolute downpour didn't help. If we would have won that game, then all we got to do is win the next two, which we could have still made the playoffs if the Bucks lost and we won, but we didn't. So here we are. We got a couple options. More of the story is we need a quarterback. We fired Arthur Smith. So there's a couple things we need to take care of. Obviously, Bill Belichick is rumored to be, connected to the Falcons. They haven't interviewed him yet. They're interviewing Ben Johnson, I think. They're interviewing a couple defensive coordinators. So we'll see who they end up going with. I feel like Bill. What you looking at?
I was just reading your notes.
I don't
talk about how you predicted that the Falcons would only have 3 losses this season.
So I predicted that the Falcons would only have 3 losses this season, and if things went the right way, we would only have 3 losses this season.
I was just making sure that I brought
But
it.
I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of games that if we would have got 7 on the first drive instead of 3 when we're right next to the goal line, or if we wouldn't have missed 2 field goals in multiple games, we could very well be 10-7 and be in the playoffs. But I feel like Bill. I don't think we'll hire Bill. I don't really think we've talked to Bill, even though there's rumors that we're very interested in Bill Belichick. I mean, the dude just got released. How can we already be very interested in a man that we didn't know was going to be dropped? So, I don't know. He's on the older side, so it's like, do you take a coach thinking you're going to win in the next 2 or 3 years, or what's the plan here? I think I would rather go with someone younger. I don't know. If I'm going to choose between Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick, I feel like I want Pete, just because I like Pete's mentality. But if it's me and I can't get a quarterback in the draft, which we're at pick 8, so I don't think we'll get one, I'm going with Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson is better than, I would say, 30% of the starters right now in the league. That's what I would say. So I think he can come in, run the offense. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan, Algier. I don't think we really got many holes on the offense. The line's good. Maybe we could use a second receiver, which, you could get one in the 3rd, 4th round and be able to use them. I don't know why Dallas is side-eyeing me like Russell Wilson is bad or something.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with Russell Wilson. I just started thinking Bill Belichick would be a horrible coach for the. And it ain't even that he's a horrible coach. That's not a team I could see him. Just the players on that team. I feel like he's more of like a Chargers team.
I do feel like that's so far from what they're probably used to that it would just throw off the team. And in Atlanta, Bill Belichick in Atlanta. That just don't mix.
Yeah, I don't think. But Russell Wilson, I mean, he might be a good pickup. I mean, he don't.
He's
play
definitely better than what we've been having.
I mean, yeah.
So,
theoretically.
If we really wanted to make the playoffs, we should have brought Matt back for this year. But that's beside the point. Hopefully, it's not Bill. If we do get Bill, I'm still fine with Bill. I don't hate Bill. I think he's a good coach. But I'm just thinking long term. you want to find a coach that's going to be here for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And Bill, I feel like maybe 2. I feel like he got maybe 2 years in him, which I think Pete is older than Bill. But I don't know. Pick 8. What are we gonna do with pick 8? I don't see any of the top teams trading down. At least not any in the quarterback slots. If Jordan Travis somehow falls to us, I wouldn't mind having Jordan Travis. But pick 8. I feel like we need an edge rusher, really bad. That's been the story for 10 years, or at least since after the Super Bowl era. I think we need an edge rusher, and I think we're projected for I think his name was like Dallas Turner or something. They're over here practicing passes. They need to. Austin needs to practice.
Hey, you could talk about Matt Ryan's comments about what's wrong with the Falcons.
I did see that. All right, so I don't know if I saw all the ones that you saw. The only thing I saw with Matt Ryan was he said the quarterback. What did he say?
Yeah.
It hasn't been consistent since he's left or something like that, which is true. I mean, what can you say about it? I will say, in his later years, he hasn't played as good as he has, obviously. But I don't know. I feel like we just need an offensive coordinator that's got more of a passing background. Yeah, I don't know. I'll take a Stonewall Jackson if they're going to deliver the dots. But yeah, I think the Falcons got a lot of potential. I think they're a quarterback away from being able to stay one of the top teams, at least in the NFC. And with the worst division, it just makes sense that they can win divisions. So, okay.
I just realized we got a hard division, bro.
Yeah.
We got literally 2 teams that are in the playoffs right now. Wait, no, yeah, 2 teams in the playoffs right now. In the playoff, bro. How are we supposed to compete? We got San Fran with that freaking wannabe Christian McCaffrey, and then we got freaking the Rams with that freaking. Oh, I don't like Cooper Kupp no more. He lost me my fantasy. I did a horrible trade and he lost me my fantasy. So right now we're on the ban Cooper Kupp from the NFL league.
Yeah, I can't relate, but me had to come in and let them know what's up.
Oh yeah, he won fantasy in my second league. That was pretty cool. I was second, and then I got bumped out because of everybody just played awful, honestly, and then it just kicked me to the curb.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Coaching rumors. So we got Mike Vrabel fired or let go on the Titans. We got Belichick let go on the Patriots. We got Pete Carroll let go on the Seahawks. Who else? Is there any other big name coaches?
Mike Tomlin's situation.
Mike Tomlin. If he loses in the playoffs, what do we do? Where do we go there? If Mike gets dropped, give me Mike all day. I'll take him all day. Give me Mike Tomlin. But Nick Saban obviously playoffs. Nick Saban obviously college football, which I think they already got somebody from the NFL interviewing
Arthur Smith
to take that job. Falcons let go of Arthur Smith. So there's a lot of vacancies. But as far as big names, Bill said he wants to keep coaching. Pete, I don't see Pete not wanting to coach. Mike Vrabel, people think he's going to the Patriots, but then they just came out and said I think their linebacker coach is going to be their new head coach. Gerard Mayo, I think was his name. So, who knows? I don't know where Bill could go. Seahawks is interesting to me, but I feel like they want to go with a younger coach. Like I feel like if they were content with like a Bill or a Pete, I feel like they would just stay with Pete. It would just make sense to me. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't see how if Bill still wants to coach and no one wants him. But I also see the same thing with Pete. Like, I don't see either one of them not being a head coach. So I feel like if they don't get a job, they're just done. So I don't know.
I mean, Pete, I can't even think of a team, honestly, that Pete. I mean, maybe, hey, Falcons wouldn't be a bad team.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind Pete, Mike, or Bill. But if I had a choice, I wouldn't want Mike.
Oh, wait. There's 3 teams. The Bills. These aren't realistic teams that want him. I'm just saying.
Hire a new coach.
I'm just saying these are teams that I could see him coaching. Bills. This one is crazy because he would never do it just because of the history, but the Colts and the Chargers. Wait, did I just name? Okay, no, thank
Bills,
God.
Colts, Chargers. I just don't see him moving geographical regions, going from like a really cold place to like a really warm state. I just don't.
Just in it for the money
I
and
don't
the
know.
comp.
I
I
mean,
do it.
yeah, I mean probably, but I don't know. For some reason, it's hard for me to imagine him not in a cold, not in a hoodie on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. We'll just yeah, that's it. We'll update y'all. We'll talk about it when they sign somewhere. But if Mike, you know, I don't. Mike Tomlin, I'd like to have Mike Tomlin. All right, moving on to the NBA. Draymond Green returns. Dallas doesn't like Draymond Green. I guess I don't know. I liked him. Obviously, he has his antics, man. But at the end of the day, he's kind of like the glue. We've been saying that for so long. He's kind of like the glue to the Warriors' success. And without him, what do we really have? We have Klay Thompson, who's trying to get his rhythm back. Curry, who's still plays like Curry. I mean, you can't really complain about him. But that team is maybe it's time to blow it up. Draymond Green's back. Maybe a team wants to trade for him. I don't know. I don't see them trading Klay and not trading Draymond. I feel like if they trade one of them, both of them are going to go eventually. That just seems what it's like. But is that going to make Curry want to stay if he wants to keep both of them? So I don't know how to feel about that. But
well, Draymond, it ain't that I don't like him, bro. It's just I kind of don't. But the thing is as far as the team, from what I've seen, apparently everybody is tradable except Curry now.
yep.
All right. So realistically, you know whose fault this is? Steve Kerr's and the whole corporation. Okay.
The whole corporation, the whole corporate is responsible for this.
They should have talked to me first before they went through with the Jordan Poole trade. Okay. Now I understand. Jordan Poole has. I read
He hasn't
something
even been
like,
playing that good.
yeah, he has like the worst in the league. Plus minus is like negative 300 something. Bro, I don't care. Okay. It's because, bro, he's not the main star yet. You got to let him develop, and they're trying to treat him like the main star on that team. So, realistically, let's be honest. This is the last year that you'll see the Warriors how they've been basically for the past 10 years. And that's sad. But realistically, somebody's getting traded, and it's not going to be the Warriors how they have been. So Curry's probably going to stay. Klay, he's probably going to get traded. I ain't going to cap. Draymond, he's probably going to end up retiring. I'm not going to cap about that one because what is his reasoning for staying on any team? The only reason he's staying on the Warriors now, let's be honest about it, it's not because they're friends. It's because literally he thinks there's a chance of playoff contention and championship contention.
I mean, if it's a money thing, I feel like he's going to take less money to stay on the Warriors, unless somebody else wants him.
I just feel like he ain't going to be on the Warriors after this season. And
I feel like a young team would want him.
They might want him.
Maybe
but
the Rockets, maybe.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks and Draymond together.
Yeah.
Jesus, I would never watch a Rockets game in my life. I couldn't care if they're in the final.
Anyways, I don't know. I feel like a young team that needs somebody to like run the offense or keep the offense going how it needs to go could use him.
Like the Pistons.
Well, I mean, they lost what 17, 19 straight. So yeah, they could probably use him.
They lost a lot. Apparently, they lost all those. One against the Raptors, and now they're on like a 6 or 7 game losing streak.
Who had Cade Cunningham? They traded him to the Pistons, didn't they?
Yeah, he's on the Pistons now.
He's on the Pistons now.
Yeah.
He could. This is his chance to like run the team. Run the team. He's the star player of that team now. So
done a horrible job.
What? He's been playing good,
bro. Look,
he's only been there for like, I don't know, maybe 10 games, maybe less. But
they're on a 6 to 7 game losing streak.
No, the 6 or 7 game now. They broke the 19 loss streak.
They
or
did.
something.
They beat the Raptors, and now they're on a 6 to 7 game losing streak.
Wait. No, Cade's on the Raptors now, right?
No, I'm pretty sure Cade's on the Pistons, and I'm pretty sure Cade. Yeah, I was finna say.
No, he got traded to the Raptors then. No. Yes.
No,
yeah.
Cade's not on the Raptors.
Is it RJ Barrett that's on the Raptors now?
Yeah, it's RJ Barrett.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I knew there was some trade.
OJ or OG got
OJ and Anunoby. I knew there was some. For some reason, they're kind of similar.
Yeah, when you said traded, when you said Cade got traded to the Pistons, I
knew there was somebody on the Raptors. Yeah. Because I vividly remember like the thumbnail of some Canadian player being on the Raptors now and winning their game. So it must have been RJ Barrett, not Cade Cunningham. My bad. RJ Barrett has a chance to break out now. Is who I was actually thinking about in that moment. But I don't know. Good for the Warriors. Maybe they can turn it around. If they don't turn it around in the next couple games, Clay might be gone. Draymond might be gone. They might already be talking about it now. Um, I mean, listen, I'll give them. I'll give them Bogdanovich for Clay. We need to trade him anyway. What are we really going to get for Bogdanovich? I'll take Clay. I feel like that's more opportunity to have a more defending two guard, and then if he gets a shot back, he gets a shot back. Then what?
You saw what DeJounte. Somebody's looking into DeJounte.
Yeah, DeJounte's on the block, Capella's on the block, DeAndre Hunter's on the block, Bogdanovich is on the block.
Dang it, whole
The
roster.
the only one that's not on the block is Trey and Jalen Johnson, which I did say Jalen Johnson would break out this year. He is doing that. Like I said, John Collins, not that good. Dallas wanted to say he was
Hey,
good.
that
We
man's
saw
a
him on the
dog.
Jazz. We saw him on the Jazz.
Hey,
Trade
man.
rumors.
He ain't
That's
had
all I'm
his
saying.
chances.
All I'm
All right.
saying. So, I think we do need to trade those pieces. I'm waiting for the notification any day now. I'm ready for it. If it's just draft picks, so be it. It is what it is at this point. If they don't think we can win, I don't think we can win. So, trade them. That's my opinion. So, in this next topic, Dallas is probably going to say Clippers. So,
Yep.
too early finals prediction.
Mhm.
So I'll let you go first.
All right, easy peasy. Y'all should all see this coming. All right, if it was my vision and what I want to see Pacers Clippers. But if I really had to put something down, Celtics Clippers. But that's if I'm putting money.
Believing
on.
in the Pacers?
Huh?
You believing in the Pacers?
Yeah.
We know there's regular season teams every year.
Yeah, there is. That's true. But wouldn't it just be so sexy if I could see Paul George go against the Pacers in a championship game for the title? I mean, ain't no hate amongst the two people or the person in the organization, but oh my God, it would be so sexy if the Pacers could get Paul
Why is
George
sexy
back.
your adjective?
I don't know
It'd be so awesome. It'd be so good. It'd be so great.
if the Pacers could get Paul George again because bro, just think about that. Just Paul George, the Clippers say, hey, we'll keep.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
overheated.
Hey, we keep Kawhi because they already made the deal or whatever. They're trying to make a deal with Paul George or whatever. But then Paul George's like, nah, you see Tyrese Halliburton? I want him. And then
I don't
next
know, I
thing,
see him retiring on the Clippers, personally.
really? I mean, I'm cool with it. I
mean, him going back to the Pacers could be it could be a thing. He goes there for a year or something and then retires. That's possible. But I feel like he's got maybe 3 more years. After this year, probably 3 more years.
I don't know. Paul George has another 10 years in him.
I'm not saying he couldn't play, but I'm saying of good years, productive, helping the team. I feel like he's got 3 more years, maybe 3 more years.
I look at it as as long as Chet Holmgren.
I mean, if he wants to go out like Michael Jordan on the Wizards,
I think as long as Chet is in the league, Paul George can be in the league. You see what I'm saying? It's just not much comp. All right. But honestly, me personally, I really just want to see Paul George go all the way.
you do realize that boy he's dang near getting a triple double with blocks. You know how hard it is
Chet?
to get 7 blocks in a game.
Oh yeah, I'm just messing with Austin. But yeah,
Shout out Chet.
Bro, Paul George's just been playing so good lately, and I just love it. And I just love the whole team. I'm getting to go see the Clippers versus the Hornets, and I'm so excited for that. And I can't wait to see Paul George in person again. It's just, but you can go.
So who was it? Clippers and who?
If I'm
Clippers Pacers.
if I'm putting money on it, it's Clippers Celtics. But if I'm just
bias.
yeah, if I'm biased, Pacers Clippers.
Pacers, I feel like that's one of those teams that it's going to be a regular season team. Plays really good in the regular season, gets to the playoffs, and not so much. Or it's going to be one of those teams rides the high at the beginning of the year, gets later in the year, they start losing a little bit. So you have those teams every year, and so I got 2 predictions here, or 4 teams that I think could make the finals. So we got Nuggets and Suns on one side, Celtics and the Bucks on the other side. Now this is probably common predictions out of people, which maybe people aren't predicting Suns and Nuggets right now, but this was the predictions before the season started, and I'm kind of going to stick with those because the Nuggets, they have that same chemistry that they had when they won the finals. Aaron Gordon, I don't think he's back yet. He could be back yet. I'm not sure. I haven't watched the game, Nuggets game in a minute, but obviously he got injured from the dog attack or whatever. So Nuggets have the chemistry. Hey, man, them dogs be attacking.
Bro, you get attacked by a dog, bro.
What you mean?
You get attacked by a dog, bro.
Some dogs are vicious, man.
I ain't never gonna let a dog just bite me, bro.
Who said he let it?
Bro, he can, bro.
To be fair, he is like 6'9", so how did the dog even get high enough to bite him in the face?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
He let him
But-
attack him. He said,
Nevertheless,
"Come bite me, buddy."
yeah, that is crazy. I didn't think about it. He's that tall. Like, he could stand up and not get bit. So how did he get bit in the face? Anyways, sorry, Aaron. I hope you're doing better now. But anyway, so Nuggets chemistry's there. Suns, the reason they're not in the playoff picture now is because they're just in and out with injuries. So if the team stays together, I got them. And then Celtics and Bucks. On one side, you got a really good team composition with the Celtics. The other side, people are saying the Bucks don't have defense anymore. So, you know what I mean?
The Bucks beat the Celtics last night, no?
I don't know. I didn't.
My predictions for finals is either Nuggets, Suns, Bucks, Celtic, Magic, and OKC. Obviously, teams that no one thought would be in this position where they are right now. I do think they are both. I think OKC is a playoff team. I think the Magic is a regular season team. That's just my opinion. I don't know that OKC is going to make it deep in the playoffs in their first year because the chemistry is just not all the way there yet. But I don't know. I'm going Suns, Celtics. Suns, Celtics. I feel like, man, that Suns team, man, Bradley Beal. If Bradley Beal's playing like Bradley Beal should be playing, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? All right, well, we're going to end the podcast here. Dallas has officially exited in his brain, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you later.